Dr. Ron, why did you write The Power of One Man?
There are three basic reasons why I wrote the book. Number one is, according to the Heritage Foundation, listen to these numbers. When a child gets saved first, 3% of the time, the entire family gets saved. When a mother or a woman gets saved first, 17% of the time, the entire family gets saved. Hear this number. When a man commits himself to God first, when a husband, a daddy says yes to Jesus, 93% of the time, the entire family gets saved. The power of one man who says yes to Jesus can change generations in his own family. Also, the other issue, that's one. Number two, is this number is staggering in the black community. My family's biracial. I identify as black and I work in the inner city. And my goodness, 72% of all black babies born in the United States are born out of wedlock and are raised in a single parent home. Let that number sink in. In Chicago, in Cleveland, in LA, in Baltimore, 72% of all black babies that are born in America are born out of marriage and are raised in a single parent home. And we know through psychometric studies that 80% of all the social ills in our country, from teenage pregnancy and dropout and drug addiction and gang affiliation and early incarceration, is a direct derivative of being raised in a single parent home. The third reason why I wrote the book is because there's a silent epidemic. Being half white, I've seen it, that white men between the age of 45 and 65 are committing suicide at a 30% higher rate than any other group in America. And there's a suicide belt in our country from the Midwest through the Rocky Mountains, and typically they take a shotgun, go behind the barn, and blow their brains out. The number one state for male suicide in America, is going to surprise you, is Montana, because men are under attack. They're being devalued. They're called toxic. Their kids turn against them. They feel alone. They feel abandoned. These men built America. Their backs hurt, and they go to the doctor, and they get Oxycontin, and before you know, they get hooked, and they give them heroin on the streets. And these men are so ashamed, and they feel so devalued. They feel so like a blind man in a dark room chasing black cats that simply are not there. They think there is no hope, and they put a gun to their heads and they die. But under our watch and what we're doing in the world today, we say no more. Things that seem impossible with men are possible with God. And we're calling men together to deal with these issues, because one man who says yes to God can change generations.
Wow.